Ani, Kerry Assiniwe, Dijna Cause. Hello, my name is Kerry Assiniwe, and I am your host for another episode of Wiikwemkoong Unceded Territories Vodcast podcast initiative. I want to say Chimigwech again to everybody who is joining us to become better informed and aware of our many services and programs that are provided for our Wiikwemkoong band members in the community, outside of the community as well. There's information available, and we're continuing our episodes here just to share more information. Again, this comes from the requests from band members that they want to become more aware, know what services are offered in our community. We've done a few episodes already that have already touched on some of the services. As well, we've shared our Anishinaabemowin programming through this podcast initiative. And don't forget, this is also available, aside from our YouTube channel, it's also available on Spotify. So yeah, we've totally, gone to Spotify. Again, so welcome everybody, and a big welcome, welcome to our guest here today. I have the Health Services Director for Nondwechgegimik Wiikwemkoong Health Center, Diane Jacko. And Diane Jacko has actually been in her role for about 4 years now, Diane. Am I correct on that?
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
So welcome, and like I had just mentioned, you're here to provide more insights and into the services and the programs that are offered through the health center. So maybe we can just get into a little bit of that.
Okay. Miigwech for having me. I'm very happy to be here to participate in this exciting initiative that our community is doing for our band members. So I'll start off by saying that Nondawed translates to House of Healing, and the health services started in our community, as far as I'm aware, in 1973. And our health center, where we currently work out of, was built in 1988, and that's when the health services was transferred into that building. I oversee 8 departments at the health center, approximately 155 staff. It fluctuates. In the summer, it goes up, and we work across 6 different buildings in the community. So one of the departments is our Namadu Mental Health Clinic. They provide counseling to the community members ages 0 and up. Um, and in that department, there's also a sub-department which is called Mhiingan, which works out of 18 Hills Trail, where they provide support services to those accessing the opiate replacement therapy. There's also the low barrier shelter that is more recent under that department, which is on Jacko Crescent, where we provide shelter for those requiring it. We also have the crisis response team that services the 7 First Nations on Manitoulin, as well as the land-based healing program that's fairly new as well. One of the initiatives we're working on the land-based program is seeking a permanent land base for that. We also have our youth center where we have youth leaders and youth trainees that provide a lot of fun activities for our youth and the community to participate in. We also have our primary care department where we have registered nurses, registered practical nurses, and we have a health promotion team there as well that provide all the great workshops and initiatives in the community as well. And under that department is also our children's services program, where women who are expecting babies or have new babies access services. We also have our finance department and our administration department and medical transportation that assists community members when attending medical appointments in town and out of town. We also have our long term care home community care department where we have registered nurses, registered practical nurses, and we have our PSWs. And also, part of that program is our Mikuk Senior Center, where they provide Meals on Wheels, generic transportation, and they provide activities for our elders in the community. We also have our Nokomisnong shelter for victims of violence. We just celebrated in August our 5th-year anniversary, and this is where individuals can seek shelter when they're fleeing a violent situation. And we also have our, it's formerly known as School Health Support Services, and it's called Oskab Witwinda Benojic Wina Gishkewe was what. So this service is for communities, including Wiikwemkoong, and they have a variety of services there for the children in the schools. They have care coordinators who oversee the care of the students. We have communicative disorder assistant staff there. We provide OT, occupational therapy, and physiotherapy to the students that require it. We have autism support and school-based behavior support services through that department as well. So that's an overview of the health services that we provide.
And, it goes without saying, wow, that's a lot, and you
Yes.
have some, really talented, some, expert, staff that assist in providing those services and the programs for
Mhm.
the community, for our band membership. So you mentioned, we just celebrated 50 years, and over 50 years, there has been significant changes, when it comes to the services provided in the community, and you totally, detailed, what has, progressed, in our community. And I think a big part of that too is your outreach, your engagement, your communication with band members on a
Mhm.
regular basis. I know your staff do that through their services and programs, and there's opportunities for that, just to get some feedback from our community members. So I guess maybe a quick comment on how integral it is to hear from our band members on the services, and maybe how what's working, maybe even what's not working, what can be improved.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we work with the band through the communications department and sharing our information with the community. We participate in the calendar that goes out. We get feedback from our community members, and we um, do our best to address the feedback that they provide to us. So we know that we have an increased population in our community, so we are continuously seeking out additional funding to hire additional staff, and with that, we need additional offices. So some of the initiatives that we are working on is, first of all, increasing parking spaces at the health center. So we've got some work started with that, um, so that we ensure that we have enough parking spaces for the staff as well as the community members when they access services. We are also looking at um, finding a plan for a permanent youth center. So that's a bigger project that we're working on. We know that there's going to be a super school being built in the community. So with that process, our youth center is going to have to come down. So we are looking for a short-term and long-term plan regarding that, and that's underway. Out of our youth center is also our school health support services program. So we're also looking at short-term and long-term plans for their office space as well. So those are some of the things that the bigger plans that are more longer term and going to be pretty exciting for the community. We are also looking to um, provide some upgrades to our Midcook Seniors building. So we know that we want to keep them comfortable, we want to keep them in a good environment. So we're looking to provide an outdoor sitting area, like a patio that's covered, and making more room for them so that they can enjoy their programs and activities and their celebrations in a good space. Um, we're also looking to, provide, one roof to house our mental health and addiction staff. We wanna make it, more convenient and accessible for our community members to access those services, mental health and addiction, so we're looking towards, getting that need addressed as well. That'll be in the more long-term future plans that we're working on. Another initiative we are currently working on with our lands department is allocating a permanent land base for the land-based healing program that's under mental health department.
Wow. Again, that's a lot. You have a lot, going on in the community, and I know over time, our, band members that are in the community will see the progress and
Yeah.
even be a part of the progress
Yes.
and, the story that is, the health center and the evolution of health services in our community. So on that note, there is an exciting project that you are, undertaking at the beginning stages, and that
Mhm.
is your I guess it's like the documentary, the story of the health center. Maybe you wanna talk a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah, we are, we believe it's important to know our history and to be able to share that. So we are working on a documentary that's going to demonstrate how health services started in the community and how it's progressed up until today, and including some of our future plans. So we're really excited with that initiative. A lot of interviews have already taken place with community members, previous staff that have worked in the health center that are no longer working in the health center. So we want to make sure we capture all of that important information so that, we can have that documented for our future generations to understand where we came from and how we got to where we are today. So that'll be coming out in the near future. So we're really excited about that specific initiative.
And I can see that how that really fits into, what Wiikwemkoong is, trying to do, that have been trying to do for years, is to capture, what made our community, and that
Mm.
involves, where we first began, the people that were involved, all the building blocks, that have created the community that we see today. So I commend, you on the work of yourself and the staff and everybody else that's participating, in this project. And I'm sure it's gonna, maybe spearhead a lot more of our organizations or our sectors of Wiikwemkoong to maybe, do the same in their own special way so that we all collaboratively, help, create the story, capture the story of Wiikwemkoong. And of course, I love the fact that I know our elders are gonna be a part of that as well. We have spoken so many times the importance of capturing, the memories, the background, the history of the community. It is, through their stories, their memories that will, remind us, where we came from, where we are now, and where we need to be.
Yes.
So I know, I'm really looking forward. Is there going to be a launch to this? Do you have a timeline, a plan that we can all look forward to?
I don't have a timeline right now, but, I know all the interviews are completed,
Mhm.
so the details of how long it takes to put that together, I don't know,
Wow.
but it'll be soon.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we're really excited about that, and we will create an event to launch it. So we really wanna honor that, our history of health services.
Mhm. Uh-huh, and we'll
Mhm.
definitely, I'll be excited and waiting for that launch. I know particularly I will. I love that kinda
Yes.
stuff. And speaking of that, let's talk about events. We're coming into, I guess, a long weekend, Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Turkey Day, as some people call it, is this weekend, and, just a reminder about, the health center, Monday?
Yes, so just a reminder to the community that the health center will be closed on Monday so that families can be together on that day to celebrate what they're thankful for and grateful for. I'm sure that we'll be all um, grateful for our families that we're able to spend time with and cherish those moments and take some pictures with your family with the nice fall colors out there. Yeah, so I would like to share that and to extend my well wishes for a happy Thanksgiving for everybody in the community, on and off reserve band members. Also, just to remind our community members that all of our information is shared on our social media platforms. We participate with the LED sign. We get our information put up on there. That's on our main road here by the band office. We participate in the community calendar, so that goes out in bulk mail for those people who don't have social media. So we do our best to share information with the community, but don't hesitate to reach out if there's any questions that anybody has. We'll be happy to answer those.
Naha miigwech. And on that note, I too extend a very happy Thanksgiving weekend, long weekend. Stay happy, stay safe, create the new memories with the family and friends. And we'll see you again on another episode of our Wiikwemkoong Unceded Territory Vodcast podcast initiative. Nahao Bamampi.